So, having said that, let's go on to our favorites. And I know Robin's watched most of these. The Midnight Shorts. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm into horror now.
I
That's
didn't know.
me.
I just watched most of Midnight Shorts. I was like, really? I didn't expect that from you, but they're
I'm
really
into horror now.
like
You are a high-ranking person in Otherworlds Austin, a great film festival here in Austin.
Yeah, but that's okay. So I want Robin to tell me what she thought about Danny's girl.
I hated it. First off, the baby was obviously a doll.
This shorts. It's not a horror short at all. It made no sense being here.
It's horrifying. The last scene, nightmares. Ugh.
So the whole concept is this guy picks up a girl that he's met online, and she has a mysterious box. And when she gets out of the car to the bathroom, he looks in the box, and there's a baby doll, and he freaks out and throws it out the window. So I'm saying being a dad.
It's supposed to be a real baby within the storyline.
I thought it was a baby doll. She freaks out at him.
Well, he throws up after he sees it, so I think it's supposed to be a real dead baby.
It's supposed to be the dead baby because she carried around the dead baby.
Yes.
And then they have sex to make a new baby.
And then the ending scene is like the CGI, like what you would see in a science class of the sperm entering the cervix and then impregnating the egg. And I was just like, what the fuck is this?
I'm looking at my wife who is sitting over there.
No, this movie was so bad. I was like,
no, I want to interview the people who made this. I want to know why.
I started with the animated, so I already have my sights were pretty low. And this was the first one at Midnighters. I was like, God, this is gonna suck. And then we get to the dough.
Dough was okay. It was French, right?
Yeah, it was French.
It sounded Frenchy.
And
she gets mistaken for a doe because she's wearing a fur coat, even though she's a very skinny white woman.
And it's like summertime.
Yeah. And so she gets mistaken for a doe and shot. And so she wakes up, and so she thinks like these people are like trying to kill her and murder her. But they're obviously were like, oh shit, we thought you were a doe, which I think is interesting in of itself because it's tagged as fantasy. And there's a scene where she's in the road and she sees a doe and she walks up to it, and like the doe doesn't run away. And so she like stands right next to it, and her pupils dilate and then come back. And so I think that's interesting when you think about in fantasy, women being mistaken for does in the forest and like transforming into does. Yeah. But ultimately, once you kind of realize, which is the exact moment when she gets shot and they say, I mistook you for a doe. Once you realize they're not going to hurt her and it's just a misconception, all the tension is just gone.
See, I didn't have any tickets of this movie because I knew what was happening when she's in the country with her boyfriend. She gets mad and leaves. She walks down the road. There's a guy painting with red paint and sees her and comes up to her. She thinks he's killed somebody. He's going to kill her, so she runs. Yeah. When she gets to the next house, the dog is barking at her. She gets scared, and the lady's like, hey, you left your glove back there. So I knew what this was going in. There was no thing. I knew she was going to get shot in the woods. And so it's literally a story about her misunderstanding everybody, but it did have a pretty fun ending.
She shot them. Yeah.
Yeah. She goes crazy and shoots the guys that accidentally shot her. She thought they were trying to kill her.
Like she got shot, woke up in a dank cellar.
Full of weird medical stuff because the people collected, they were a reseller of medical supplies and vintage medical stuff. So she wakes up in like a mad science dungeon, basically.
Yeah. Like she is justified. But it wasn't great.
Yeah, so that was the dough. It wasn't bad. It was a little long, I thought. I thought they could have cut about 5 minutes out of it. Like the whole dead fox on the road where she's like sees the dead fox and freaks out. Like that was completely unnecessary. And then when she goes back, she lays down next to it, stares at it, and gets up. That was completely unnecessary. So next I want to talk about Hand in Hand. This was just bizarre.
Ice cream one.
We'll get to that one. So Hand in Hand is a little more bizarre than Heat. What was it? Yeah, Heat. So hand in hand, there's like a peace treaty conference going on, and when the two rulers go to shake hands, they get in a power struggle, and all of a sudden they turn into these monster hands, full of hands, and turn into this weird ball of hands and feet that are grabbing everybody outside, and then the janitor saves the day.
It's not in the library.
It was a library. It's called Hands.
No, I have Danny's Girl, Doe, Heat, Laura Hasn't Slept, Regret, Seek, Seflie and Stucco.
Maybe they took hand in hand down. It was bizarre. It was just, this is what I like. The crazy bizarreness of just this weird ball of hands and faces grabbing everybody, making this big old monster. Like, yeah.
Would this been the Gwilliam of the festival for you?
The Gwilliam of the festival is going to be Heat.
Okay.
Wait, so what of the festival?
The totally bizarre, just off the wall craziness is going to be Heat. I'll let Robin talk about Heat.
When we're done, we'll explain William to you.
Okay.
So
Heat starts out very cute. It's in an ice cream store. A very shy girl with braces walks in. And the ice cream person smiles at her. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a meet cute. Crap, why is it in the Midnighter section? And then, like, she's got something coming down from her face. Like, it's ice cream. It's melted ice cream that looks like a teardrop. And then she points at the ice cream she wants, and her finger falls off. She is made of ice cream, and she's melting. And so he comes over and he like tastes her. And I'm like,
into a puddle with the face, by the way.
I'm like, he's gonna freeze her and put her back together. It's gonna be so. No, he puts her in a tub and sets her on the counter to sell.
The best part was he reached in and took out the braces. It was like, it starts putting it in a bucket. Like,
he mops her up, wrings her out, puts little ice cream things for someone to eat. It was not a meet cute at all.
Oh my God.
Is that a metaphor for teenage sex?
There's
What?
no metaphor here. It was literally just weird.
That's a metaphor for teenage sex.
He ate a young girl out.
Oh, God, Pocky, we just talked about the good, healthy women's sex movie, and now you're talking about let's translate ice cream into eating a woman out. I can't with you today. I just can't. All right.
I mean, he did eat her. I mean,
so next up, I want you to talk
We're
about
moving on.
Laura Hasn't Slept.
I kind of liked this one.
I like the idea of her being haunted by the demon in her sleep.
Yeah. It was a little long.
It was a little long. It was very, very. I mean, it was kind of badly paced, but overall, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't like Heat where I didn't see that coming, but
the set design was gorgeous.
I will give that much to this. Yes, just good. Like, I was pretty excited about that one.
Yeah.
But not as much as I was. The one absolute best for me was Regret. This is why I love horror short films. You don't waste time. If you've watched It Follows, that is the dumbest concept for a movie. You have sex, you get stalked by a demon that just walks who looks like people. It just walks, it chases you. That's it. Stupidest idea for a movie. Now you flip it. This guy is in a hotel and he's talking to his mom because his dad had died, and he's dealing with the fact that his dad was abusive and things. And starts getting haunted by visions of his dad. One of them turned out to be like an evil demon spirit of his dad, who is like red light, green light. If you look at him, he has to stop. But if you don't, he comes chase after you with a knife. And it's about him trying to escape from this through the hotel. Great. Just fucking great. Like, it was well paced. It was well executed. It was tense. Like, when he first saw it in the room, and it's all like, and it's just this black clad figure, and it looks like he's got these like weird skeleton eyes and a knife. And then he blinks, and it's like almost right in front of him. It's like, get the fuck out of there. Really well done. So as he's running from it, he's having these memories of his dad that he turned good that were actually bad, like how his dad beat him and stuff. So I absolutely love this movie. I thought it was hands down an amazing ghost story. Like, and then when you realize that he wasn't looking at the death around him because it had killed things around him trying to get up to him. And you don't see it until he starts freaking out at the end. And there's all of a sudden you start seeing these bodies all over the place. Like the way he started realizing that he was getting out of his head and this was real was when things started popping up around him, like everybody dead in the lobby. Like, just wow. And it was just a really creepy face they had on this thing. I can't even describe it. It was almost like googly eyes, but not googly eyes. And just this weird skull mouth. Like, just great looking. And it ends perfectly. It ends perfectly because you don't know what's going to happen. And it's very open-ended. Is he going to get away? Is he not? You don't know.
Yeah.
Loved it. Second one I loved the most was Seek.
Seek's really cool because I've seen a couple of movies, shorts that have a similar concept where it's just like the monsters in the way you interact with the monsters through VR.
Yeah.
On like a cell phone.
Is it like
this movie? Okay, this short had everything. It's a bathroom demon, which checks off our Japanese bathroom demon. It's practical effects, absolutely
it's like
amazing
a
little
puppet
demon puppet thing with tendrils and this little like gelfling face, like fucking amazing looking.
Yeah, she looks like a doll.
Yeah, it's perfectly timed, greatly voiced, and the little details like the people drawn on the walls every time they walk inside. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
The whole concept is that this girl has to go to the bathroom, so her sister stops it. She goes to this dank bathroom, and she's in there, and it's like totally trash, and someone's banging on the door. She goes out, and there's a phone. She picks up the phone, and it's who was ever before her playing hide and seek with this demon. They didn't know what they were supposed to be doing.
Oh, wait, Robin.
We had something similar with Otherworlds.
Yeah, Robin was telling me about that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're not talking about the same one. I was like, wait, okay.
So just the practical effects, like when she puts it down, the demon's on the windowsill, you just see the tentacles, and she's like, "Found you!" Like, just fucking weird. And then when the sister comes in, she's like she doesn't know the sister in the corner with this demon around. They're like, fucking weird. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
It was very good.
We need to fight you the one from Otherworlds did, because the one from Otherworlds was like super intense, and it was an AR game that was evil.
Yeah,
that one. Oh my god, that one like gave me chills last year. Like I was watching it and I was like, I need to go do the dishes now.
I think I had Wizard World, or I had the Pokemon game, and I deleted it right afterwards. Like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. We're not fighting Satan into my phone. I already have that.
I like the fact that it can prove that when done right, horror and technology can really be a good storytelling medium.
Yeah.
Not like some of the first attempts, like Stay Alive, which was where if you played the horror video game, they'd come after you. Like, no, we're not going to go back that far. And so there were two more in there. Did you watch Selfie, Robin?
Not yet. No.
My biggest problem with Selfie is they gave it away on the movie poster. And this is about the horrors of social media, straight up. This girl makes her social media profile. She doesn't want to be known as that anymore, so she decides to stop it, and she gets all these warnings, don't let it get your phone. So she becomes haunted by her phone avatar, which is really creepy looking.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because, like, I watched the first, like, minute of it, like, right before we started. Because the avatar she creates is so creepy. And it's one of these things that it's like, it's not supposed to be a stylized avatar, like it's not cartoon. But she makes it so stylized in a way that like her eyes are this big, and then her lips are this big,
and her waist is like this big.
And it's just like, I wish
projected it too much that it was going to be the bad guy.
Not even that, but it would just kind of. It took the concept of creating this ideal version of yourself as an avatar, which I think is something that is an issue and would have been much more effective if either it was stylized and it was a cartoon or like somehow digital, or if it was realistic. I think if they made it realistic, that would have been so much eerier and like more effective.
Well, like I said, my biggest problem is the movie poster gives it away. You see the monster avatar with the phone. That's what's on the movie poster. I was like, come on, y'all, really? And it is creepy. I think it effectively works as a creepy take on it because it is kind of creepy to look at, especially when, you know, every time she looks, it's not there, but she looks in the mirror and it is there. Like, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I hate when they give things away, especially if you're going to do something like that.
Yeah.
Don't give it away. Whereas the last one, which is called Stucco, it's about a woman who is a shut-in. She suffers from that disease, or what is the disease where you don't want to go outside?
Hitatawari.
No, agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia. Yeah, she accidentally puts a hole in her wall and she becomes obsessed with it. And she starts making out with it, kind of all this weird stuff. Did she or didn't she? And then she finally breaks through the wall and we end up in this weird netherworld with like a human chair with hands and shit. Like, bizarre. Way too long. Did not get to the point soon enough. They focused on this hole too much. And she's really just on the phone most of the time and trying to figure out what's behind the wall. Like, just look at the hole in. Has a not so surprising ending, but it's literally just a story about overcoming agoraphobia. That's it.
Okay.
I did think it was long. The poster has like the hole with this claymation tongue. There is a tongue scene that's really fucking creepy looking. But she's like shown in a video putting body parts in there. Don't know where they came from. She just go outside. So you're thinking, is she actually a serial killer? All these plot lines don't go anywhere. They just end up, she breaks the wall down, goes to this human chair, fights it, and ends up outside. Because it turns out it was like the wall in front of her driveway.
So was this a threat to make it into a movie? Like, you see this short? Like, we could make this into a movie and explain all the things we did explain. Because I've seen that with certain shorts.
I would have been happy had she been a secret serial killer who was bipolar, would turn into the killer and go put body parts in the hole. I would have loved that. That would have been because the agoraphobic who actually goes out in her bipolar mode and kills people. That would have been funny. Well, not funny, but something. Instead
it would have been different.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been different.
I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting you to like go into Geiger territory with the human chair.
It is like that. Like, it pulls her in. It's got like a skull cap it puts on her, and she fights it, and that's what she ends up in her driveway. Like, it was crazy. I don't know what that was supposed to represent, especially since she wasn't killing people. I just...
You know what we should talk about next?
What?
We should talk about the TV series we watched.
Before we do that...
Hey, pushing buttons is an RPG element.
Oh, God. So is every other game.
So is button mashers.
So by that logic, Prime the Rapper even RPG.
No. So...